the first anniversary of Eagle Sports Radio. How does it make you feel?
It is Eagle 7
Eagle 7, okay.
Sports Radio. It's the fulfillment of a dream, and because of the manner in which it finally happened, it was a mixture of disappointment for 18 years, and then from the blues came an approval, and then great happiness that it finally came to be, because I applied for a radio license 20 years ago at the inception of the issuance of radio licenses. At least the second group. The first group was AIT or Ray Power. I don't know who else, with Brilla Sports and all that. But after that, the second group, I applied. That was in 2002. And it was not approved until 2021 or 2019 or 2020 or 2021. 2021 it was approved, and then you can imagine my excitement and relief. So unfortunately, when it was approved, it was during COVID, the COVID pandemic, and so I couldn't do anything. You couldn't go out, you couldn't even attempt to raise money, you couldn't do so many things, and we had to start anyway. So it was very challenging trying to raise the resources to establish it. I had to start from scratch. The feasibility reports that we did in 2002 were obsolete, so I had to get people to write me a new one, and so on and so forth. And I didn't have the money to just go ahead and buy all the equipment needed and pay for the license and all that. So I devised an ingenious means of raising money through a few friends in such a manner that they wouldn't feel it at all. They would, it's money, it's change money. Just set aside some money, put it in my care, and together we would own the radio station. So I tried to get a few friends to do that, and it happened. We didn't look for much money to start. I had a lot of the equipment through my previous work in radio and television in my studios in Lagos. What I didn't have were the major transmitters and aerials and some of the sophisticated studio equipment of nowadays. I had studio equipment before, so it wasn't so difficult for me to assemble what I needed, and took slightly over a year to get it going. But finally, on July 7th last year, we started, and it's been 1 year. You don't want to know how we have survived through that 1 year. I have been into all manner of small. I think at our own level it will be SMEs. That's the smallest kind of business. I have always been involved, not in the biggest kind of business, but I have been involved in the smaller kind of business. So in all my experiences, doing bits and pieces here and there, this has been the most challenging for me. And mainly it's because of the environment, the times we are in now. It's very, very difficult for a lot of people to survive, not to talk of thinking of going on radio and so on and so forth. And anyway, radio is not what it used to be. The media has changed completely. The entire media, has changed completely. Even for those of you in print, you know what it is. Those in television are lamenting because social media platforms and media generally have taken over. Now it's the information superhighway on the internet, and if you are not there, you are not in business. So the modus has changed, and that's when we came in, at the heart of it. So we had to re-strategize, and again, our own transmitter is in Abeokuta. The license we got is for Abeokuta and that environment. So we couldn't reach Lagos. When we start to appreciate the power of sport and what it can do, and we connect it with the politics of our political grandfathers, those who were our leaders at independence in the late 50s and early 60s, the Nkrumahs of this world, Sengors of this world, Haile Selassie, Julius Nyerere, Jomo Kenyatta, Tafawa Balewa, those people had a dream. Before that dream was truncated, they had a dream of a road running from Cairo to Cape Coast, of a road running from Eden to Dakar, of a rail line across the West African coastline, of an integrated Africa, a united Africa. In fact, at the time they said one army for Africa and all that. But the colonialists saw that if they allowed such a powerful African continent, their biggest source of raw materials that built up the West would just dissipate like that. So they halted it, created crisis amongst us. And so the division that should have been Africa is a totally divided Africa. That we have xenophobia in South Africa, killing those that even helped them, and so on and so forth. Crisis everywhere, in Central African Republic, in the Congo, in Sudan, in the Horn of Africa, in Ethiopia and Eritrea, and everywhere, even here in Nigeria. As sophisticated as we are, see how divided we are. See where we have led our country. We have led this country that the country itself is anemic now. So we need to reset the buttons of our development again, the foundation. We need to come together. Patrice Lumumba said that if Africa does not unite, she will perish. You see, we are there. There's a new world order. Russia and Ukraine are fighting. We think that their fight has nothing to do with us here. It has, of course. The world is one. We are connected. So what they are doing there, all the wars and crises, there's a realignment. America, Russia and China are now coming together. There's the BRICS, the BRICS, the Brazil, Russia, India, and so on. They are coming together. Everybody is aligning except Africa. So Africa has to find a way to come together and collaborate and become one. We are all blacks, or mostly blacks. We must have our own trade amongst ourselves. We must make this place a big tourist destination, a borderless continent. These are lofty dreams, but they can be achieved. That's what is happening in Europe. And we're not talking sports now, but the sports element comes in, because that would be a catalyst. That could be the glue to bring about, this kind of relationship we are talking about. So we've just started with this revisit to 1976, which is the foundation of the demonstration of the power of sport. So everybody will see it now. We want to come together again. This time it will not be for sports. It will be for other things. The arts, the culture, our music, our dance, we are excelling in all those. And these are called soft power diplomacy tools. Soft, they are not engineering or science or going to the moon or the economy and all those, huge technical things. These are soft power tools. Davido is one of the biggest stars in the world. He's filling stadium, up and down. He has not connected it now with the power of what he's doing to achieve loftier dreams. See? Whereas we would now put it together. You bring the sports that brings everybody together in an atmosphere where there's no division. We now bring the entertainment to demonstrate our gifts and talents in music and dance. We are the best musicians. We are the best dancers in the world. We now bring our film. Our film industry is becoming one of the best and most watched in the world. Not in quality of technical quality, but in content. It is so rich that a George Weah will come to Nigeria to come and go to Balogun to go and charter boxes of Nigerian films to take back to his base to be watching day and night. That's George Weah. Like other people are all over the place. So we are talking about film, we are talking literature, we are talking drums, we are talking our culture. So we are going to bring all of these elements and our sports to projects specific. It's not talking about it, to specific projects that will bind us, which is where we are going in 2034. A 10-year project that will start on July 28th, that will terminate in either Abuja or Dakar in the summer of 2034, when West Africa